All right, so here we are at the Mona Lisa Royal Hotel. This is the room that we had last night here in the Camargue region of France, which is in the south. The nearest town is Aigues-Mortes, which is a beautiful old town. We're gonna go check it out now. We saw a little bit of it last night, took a nice picture or two. But it was a very comfortable night. And there's even a pool in the back if you want to take a really cold dip, but in the summer it's really nice. So here is the bathroom. Everything looks good in here, and the toilet. But we are going to head out. So there's a beautiful supermarket across the street. Actually, a couple of them. And here's Mom waiting for me. So let's get going. Oh, she's got a French baguette and a chocolate croissant, which are her new favorites. So we're gonna go check that out now. All right, so here we are approaching Aigues-Mortes, and this is gonna be a beautiful, fun experience. We're gonna go check it out. Thank you, sir. I think this is the one I want to go into anyway, so that's perfect. We got to find the parking spot that guy was in, otherwise it's probably not going to work. So let's see if we can find it. But yeah, the city is still a functional town. It's got everything a town needs and town has, and it's also sort of a tourist attraction since it's very unique in that sense. So we're going to head on in and see what we can find. So here's Mom taking pictures. She really enjoys taking pictures with the camera. And we first got onto the top area of the ramparts, and it was really, really windy. And so I'm cutting the audio out of this area as a result, and kind of speeding it up because otherwise it can get boring. But yeah.
Go to the left a little. Stop. Okay.
Fine. So these ramparts are quite narrow. You can go in some of them. So here, people are living. They're private residents here. So these are their backyards. They probably hate having tourists photographing and looking in their windows all the time. And I'll be one of them right now, I suppose. But yeah, I mean, true. I'm sure this has been a tourist attraction as long as anyone in this these houses have been alive. Alrighty, so here we are on top of one of the walls of Aigues-Mortes. And if you look out over the wall, here's a parking lot with some horses and a bunch of vineyards. So we have grapes here. And here are some videos of just us on the wall, kind of looking out over the city, inside the wall, and then looking out to the exterior of the wall, seeing some of the surrounding areas. There wasn't much audio content that was important. There was a lot of wind noise, and it was a lot of the same stuff as far as what we're seeing, so I just thought I'd either cut some of this or just speed through it. So I'm kind of a 2x speed here, just kind of showing you what it looks like to walk this wall in the city. And you can see in the distance in some of these shots the other sides of the wall. It's kind of an irregular square. It's pretty square, but it's not perfect. But that gives you a sense of scale, knowing it's a square and seeing the different walls. We found it was very interesting seeing the houses themselves. Many of them are just so old, but many redone, and the tops of the roofs have this really nice kind of terracotta roofing. You have a lot of terraces that look very comfortable to relax and have a drink on. You're always so close to your neighbors, maybe in a bad way, but I think a lot of times that's really interesting, and it allows you to get to know your neighbors and socialize real well. And it's just such a large history that you have being a part of a town like this. It's pretty cool. So we just thought that would be interesting to take some shots of that. So here we're just kind of seeing more of that, doing a little walk. There were some areas here, this length of the wall was under construction, actually, quite a bit of construction. But yeah, it was just really neat to see all that. You got to see the slits in the wall to kind of act as a defensive post to be able to see out and launch kind of a defensive attack. Yeah, you saw quite a bit of wind there, as you could see from the hair. And we're just kind of here taking some shots of people in the street doing stuff, walking their dogs, and going here, going there. Many of them, of course, are tourists, but this area of the city here in this corner seemed to be pretty residential. Didn't seem to be much tourism. Here's a toilet, actually. This is where you used to sit on there, and it would just sort of go outside the wall. And there's a photo of me mimicking that. So here's Montpellier. This is where I used to live back in 2010. Just taking some random shots of the city. This is a mini Arc de Triomphe. Before, you were just seeing Place de Comedy, which is the center of town. This is where I used to live on this street here, and actually this photo shows me in 2010, and then here on the right shows me yesterday. So got to kind of to see the difference in age there. We went to this awesome crepe place that was really, really good quality, fast and fun. My mom got a chocolate and banana crepe, as you can see being made here, and it was just really, really cool. Here's her enjoying that crepe. And then here's just some more sights and sounds of the city. Let's head down and see if we can find them. And then afterward, we went to a town not far from Montpellier called Arles, which is a very cute little town, and it's known for its giant arena. You can see this in a couple of movies, Ronin being a popular one, but you'll see it in several movies.